Hola, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas, ¿cómo estáis? Bienvenidos de nuevo a un nuevo episodio de The Witcher. Aquí estamos con Geralt, una vista espectacular de la ciudad, aquí arriba, con un buen tiempo, ya soleado, a punto de ya conocer a Yasky. Me voy a bajar un poco el nivel de los auriculares, que me estoy quedando todo sordo. ¿Puedo entrar directamente o tengo que hablar con esta gente? A ver. Vamos a hablar primero. O sea, cosa que no me dejen pasar, ¿sabes? El cocinero.
Want to see
No.
Rosa Varatra?
Oh, mate, if you only knew what I want. Miss Rosa don't see just anybody.
I'm Geralt of Rivia, a Witcher.
Soon as Miss Rosa turns into a striker, I'm sure her papa will send for you. But she's not showing any symptoms yet, so I venture you're not needed. On your way now.
No nos va a dejar entrar. Vamos a ver si hay otra sitio donde va tan fresca. Que no son maneras de vestirse, ya. A ver. Por aquí no creo que se pueda ir. O a lo mejor sí. Sí, aquí hay algo. Unas coronas. ¿Dónde narices me estoy yendo? Pepa.
Interesting.
Carta de amor. Así puede entrar en la casa por detrás, ¿no?
Fancy men like me, whole town's going on about it. So no point playing hard to get, sugar puss.
It's Lady Varatra to you. And I'd advise you to sod off, sugar puss, before I report this to Papa.
Bueno, parece que por aquí podremos entrar. Vamos a ver.
Who are you? Why are you here? Answer this instant or I'll summon the guards.
Sorry to sneak in, miss. I'm Geralt, a friend of the bard Dandelion.
Geralt of Rivia? The famed witcher of the ballads?
What are you doing here, vagrant? How'd you get in? I let no one in the front, my lady. I swear it on the great sun.
Not a word. I'll handle this. Hold your tongue, sir. This is Frederick Francis de Bergerac, my new swordplay instructor, correct? Show him to the training room. I shall join him shortly.
But my lady's a witcher. Said so himself back by the gates.
Captain, do you truly believe Rosa Varatra would train with random clods calling themselves swordmasters? No. The Varatras demand the very best. Thus, we've hired a witcher. Take him to the training room, now.
As you say, miss.
¿Te ha quedado claro? Qué bonito nombre se ha inventado para nosotros, ¿no? Sí, te sigo.
Won't you realise what you've got yourself into?
Hope so too.
Miss Rosa's got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once she grips a sword. Grab a wooden one. Take care not to hurt the little miss. You'll earn the ambassador's ire.
Espada de madera.
Me?
Razas antiguas. Bien. Habla de los elfos, Storytel. Supongo que también encontraremos libros de los enanos y demás.
You're my new instructor. Well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
¡Hala! Con la espadita de madera. Que también puede hacer daño, Cuidado. Este tío. Te voy a humillar.
Well fought. You're much better than the last one.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
No hemos hablado hace un
Am I
momento.
imagining things? Didn't we just have this conversation in the garden?
The garden? Yes, yes. In the garden. So, what was it you said?
Se le va la olla.
Why
¿o
are
qué?
you here?
Before I ask, gotta admit, you do pretty well with a sword. One pointer. Don't expose your left flank when you dodge.
Oh, I know. Terrible habit. Can't seem to get rid of it. I'd hoped to find someone in Novigrad who could help me to do so. But don't you dare try to dazzle me with advice. Already admitted you're not here to give me lessons.
Venga, pues
Came to
vamos a
ask about
preguntarle
your
por
rhetoric
Yasky.
tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship?
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
Quiero la revancha, en serio.
Why bother with two swords?
Hostia, me ha dado.
Barely handle one.
What now, you piece of filth?
Has tenido suerte que estuviera la columna, Vamos allá. Esto es sencillo,
Don't flaunt him and fight.
Hostia. Coño. Lo para todo, Esto ya no funciona.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one?
Ahora sí. ¿No? Ahora sí.
Well,
Y no me paro,
if you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Can't
Venga,
really
vamos.
refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna Varatra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Pero que no son la misma.
So it was you in the garden.
Of course it was me. Why, did Rosa try to play you for a fool? Don't be mad. We've done this since we were children. People have always mistaken us for one another.
Can someone please explain what this is all
Merece una
about?
explicación.
Which of you met with Dandelion?
No need to get angry, instructor. I'll explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Calm down,
Calma.
ladies. No poet's worth two sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
¿Alguien le ha dado a Yasky?
Who'd Dandelion sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or trabaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course.
This woman. Not a local, right?
I seem to remember him praising her melodious Kaviri accent. Makes sense. He referred to her as Calonetta a few times. Bizarre names are common in Kavir.
Gotta ask Zoltan about this Kalinetta.
¿Os interesa la política?
Bet sophisticated young ladies like you know a bunch about politics.
We've picked up a few things. What would you like to know?
Emperor continuing to push north. Courtiers must be ecstatic.
His confidants must be. But Papa says that's not likely to last much longer.
Why not?
Papa says the war's disrupting trade, and people are tired of financing the Emperor's adventures.
Changing subjects. Dandelion act any
I'll
different
preguntar por
lately?
Yasky.
Notice anything strange?
Strange? Not really. It's no use, Geralt. She's so enamored she'd hardly notice if he turned into a werewolf. Edna, what? You needn't pretend he followed convention. Remember when he took us to the cemetery?
Rhetoric lessons in a cemetery. Unusual even for Dandelion.
We set out to visit the graves of celebrated Oxenford professors. He ended up quizzing us about Margrave Henkel.
Who?
Eccentric old coot. Died recently. He'd apparently been an important and generous patron of the arts as a young man.
Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
¿Dónde y cuándo?
Awfully convincing.
Por supuesto.
miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
Hala, pues ya tenemos cosas que hacer, ¿eh? Mañana. ¿Podremos coger las armaduras? No, no. Habría que acordarse que mañana hay que venir
Pesan,
a por las clases.
K-Swex.
Bueno, vámonos. ¿Dónde se sale? Por ahí. Bueno, se ha hecho de noche. Tendríamos que ir a hablar con Zoltan para contrastar. No podemos saltar por aquí. Y la verdad no sé ni por dónde he subido. Sí, claro, he venido por detrás, espérate. Entonces puedo cruzar la casa. Voy a ir por aquí a ver qué hay. nada. Hay que volver a cruzar la casa y salir por la otra parte. Bueno, vamos a saquear esto. Perlas del norte. ¿Qué será de Temeria? Informe diplomático. Vale, hay que ir por aquí. Esta es la puerta de salida. Vale, un cofre. ¿Qué mete una jarra en un cofre? Venga, vámonos. Vamos a hablar con Zoltan. Está algo lejos, pero llegaremos. No sé en qué estaba metido Jaski, pero hacía cosas extrañas, la verdad. Estaba la jabonera. Aquí hay, parece una misión.
Got the courage to repeat that slander to my face?
Readily. You are a mutant, a freak, a useless relic of a bygone age that should be burned like a withered branch.
How many people's lives have you saved? From Bruxay, from Leshens?
That has no bearing.
Asked you a question. How many? There's something to think about, folks.
Preacher's fierce in the mouth, but holler at him and his tail slinks between his legs. Come on, people.
Ahí, haciendo amigos.
Best not cause any trouble at the inn. There must be order.
Bueno, pues vamos a hablar con Zoltan.
What village are you from? Willows.
Ahí estamos.
How are you keeping, Bobby? Miss your Zoltan, you old bum? What's this? I've not even...
A ver qué ha averiguado él.
Ah, you're back! You met Poppy? She's got to start talking any day now.
That Field Marshal Duda's replacement? The Marshal was a parrot, you do remember, right? Where'd you get her?
At auction. Some mage's estate went under the hammer. Witch hunters and the Eternal Fire joined forces, staked out his place and rounded the sorry sap up, put his things up for sale. Happened to be passing by and saw this out. Came with her own cage.
How could you resist?
Couldn't he? 'Tweren't possible. Ah, but dandelions what matters now. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
Venga, tú
Tell me
primero.
what you've got first.
A few bruises and a torn doublet. Otherwise, no much of note. He wasn't staying with any of them. Not seen hiding or hair of him in ages. All I learned was a few of Dandelion's pickup lines. Dubious worth.
Think I might have something
Tendría
better.
que haber puesto
What are you waiting
digamos,
Let's have at it.
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, Mystery Woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir. A Troberits, apparently, named Kalanetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
¿Quién es?
Why wasn't she on the list?
This Priscilla wasn't like the others. I think Dandelion more than fancied her. I think it was fervour.
He lusts after every other woman he meets.
How can I explain? Who does Dandelion love most?
Himself.
Exactly. And she's his mirror image.
¿Y la chula imagen?
What can I say? Could be he finally met his match.
She's his match, all right. Maybe more. Laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works for the Mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
A ver qué tipo de poesía nos encontramos. Porque de este juego ya me puedo esperar cualquier cosa. Lo que voy a hacer es volver a vaciar el inventario ya que estamos aquí. Eso. Esto debería ir vendiéndolo. Vámonos. Vamos a ver si encontramos a Priscila.
I've buried my whole family. Once killed my son, lost my wife to dysentery.
Y a escuchar algo de poesía, por lo visto.
What's he doing here?
Free boy.
Long as the black ones are chasing gorillas round the Kedwenny.
Why is your hair so grey, darling?
Martín Pescado.
Here already. Come on, let's find some arse rests. Should start soon.
Ahí la tenemos, ¿no? Qué silencio se ha hecho, ¿no?
Have yearned for your tender caress to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars are. Rend my heart open, then your love profess. A winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent berries your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. I know not if fate would have us live as one, or if by love's blind chance we've been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began, did it forge a love you might never have found? You flee, my dream, come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep.
Están todos tristísimos con la historia. Esta es la historia de Geralt y Yennefer. Y todo el mundo de ahí llorando. Soltar.
I know him! 'Twas him murdered some Temerian boys back in White Orchard.
Silence, woman. We've come to hear music.
A murderer? There's a war
Is it, you
on.
know?
Some die.
Oh, please, argue this out elsewhere. Squabbles and rows again. And I was told this was a decent establishment.
If I know Geralt, he risked his noggin to save someone else's arse.
Save, you say? He murdered folk.
Don't let him provoke you.
There's the door. Settle this outside.
Come. I wish to listen to music. Music!
Cultural
Esta era la dueña de
The
la primera taberna, ¿no? Con el maestro, con... No me sale el nombre.
Permit me to introduce this here's Priscilla, known also as Calinetta, as lovely as she is talented. And this
is Geralt of Rivia, I know. Dandelion's told me a great deal about you, and I've listened with bated breath. Don't be surprised. After all, doubt I could think of a more fitting subject for a ballad than a witch's love for a sorceress. Or should I say, sorceresses.
Seems Dandelion was meticulous in telling my story, down to personal and insignificant details. Did he offer anything about himself, like where he was going?
Splendid. Very funny, truly. So, see you later. Not here. Come with me.
Parece que hay secreto. Secretos por aquí con Jasky.
There a reason for all this sneaking around?
An excellent one. When last I saw Dandelion, he told me he was planning a heist. Siggy Reuven's vault.
sheep.
And I've not seen him since.
Reuven.
¿Quién es ese?
What's he like?
Tall, fat, dangerous as hell.
Limp in his gait. Left leg.
Sounds like a lame rock troll.
If trolls were devilishly intelligent and had a flair for crime, yeah, I'd agree.
Sobre una cámara corazada.
Dandelion breaking into a vault. I'd sooner expect him to choose a life of celibacy.
True. Forgot to pay for his wine at the Passaflora once. And laid awake the next 3 nights worrying about it.
Any idea what got into him? He have debts he needed to pay off?
Claimed he was helping someone. Urgent matter that couldn't wait, he said.
This someone, Dandelion mentioned their name?
No. But if I know Dandelion, it's her name he failed to mention. As he failed to mention her slender waist and ample bosom.
Let me guess. Attempted heist was a failure.
Well, he's not driven up in a gilded carriage laden with jewels, so I should think so. I've asked after him everywhere, but it seems an army of tongue-stealing cats has overrun the city. I learned only that he raised a ruckus at Whoreson Jr.'s lair. Then Whoreson's men chased him all over town.
Whoreson Jr. Doesn't ring a bell.
Biggest prick in Novigrad. Not literally, but...
Got it. You're not a fan. But what did he do to you?
Try the whole town. He's one of 4 bosses who control the city's underworld. The others being Siggy Reuven, Carlo the Cleaver Varese, and the King of Beggars.
The rascal. At least he didn't cross the church as well. Bring that venerable institution into it. We'd be in deep then.
Bueno, tendremos que ir a por él y conoceremos a toda esta pandilla de...
Here I go again, rushing to Dandelion's rescue. He ought to pay me a salary.
Wherever he is, I sincerely doubt he's in the mood for jokes. Nor am I, in fact.
Relax. I'll get him out of this. Gotta talk to this Whoreson first. And Siggy Reuven. Know where I might find them?
I don't know about Whoreson, but Reuven runs a bathhouse. Careful, though. He's a dangerous character.
So am I.
I don't doubt it. But Dandelion's not. I beg you to hurry. Let me know as soon as you learn anything.
Bueno, pues... Vamos a por Reuven. ¿Por dónde se sale? Esto es un poquito locura. ¿Puedo seguir subiendo? ¿O bajar? No veo una torta, en serio. Es súper oscuro. Aparte de que es de noche y demás. Hay un letrero aquí afuera para coger misiones. Vamos. Bien, estoy fuera. Vale, lo primero de todo va a ser convertir esto en día. Y si está despejado, mejor que mejor. Perfecto. A ver, por aquí. Vamos a intentar llegar a los baños. A ver, había un letrero por aquí, ¿no? Con misiones. Vale, aquí abajo. Vamos para allá. Aquí al lado no... Ah, vale, esto es la plaza central. Y por lo visto los baños están aquí. Vamos a intentar hablar con Reuven. Si es que se puede.
Anybody there? Open up.
No hay nadie.
What's the fuss? The bathhouse is closed.
Need to talk to the owner. I know he's here.
I'm not sure that matters, as he's terribly busy.
¿Ocupado con qué?
Busy.
Yo soy más importante, siempre.
Important guests?
In that case, tell him there's another one at the door. Geralt of Rivia. And I'm not leaving till I see him.
Very well, I shall try. Please wait.
Siggy Reuven cordially invites you to join him. I'm happy.
Y te he dicho que me deje entrar, ¿verdad? Normal.
The meeting is in the baths. We will pass through the dressing room so you can leave your clothes.
Let's go.
¿De vestirme? ¿Estamos locos o qué?
disrobe here. Your equipment will be safe. Splendid.
Bolinga.
Siggy Reuven awaits in the next room.
Hey, white hair. Nice bun.
Hey.
You were right.
¿Qué
He
hacemos aquí?
doesn't blush. You
Pero
copper
bueno.
Junior got cut off his hand, then ordered them to shove it up the corpse's arse. And then he sent the body back and he's sending balls.
Bueno, hay que entrar, ¿no? Vamos para allá.
Easy, Cleaver. Orson Jr.'s a dead man. I'll have my scribe send you a notice.
You don't have a scribe. And we'll eliminate Junior when, and only when, all of us say aye. Reuven, your guest.
Why the fuck you let him in here?
Because I want to talk to him. This is Geralt of Rivia.
Good to see you again.
As always, I'm out of the swiving loop. Who the fuck are you?
¿Es el brujo? ¿Tengo que hablar con Siggy? No es asunto tuyo. Que me presente,
Think I'll
Reuven.
let your host introduce me.
He's a witcher. The very one who first foiled an attempt on Foltest's life, and then killed that molly.
Allegedly. But I didn't kill Foltest. And hello to you too, Dijkstra, Reuven, whatever they call you these days.
Last we met, Geralt thrashed me silly and crushed my ankle. I really wonder what he's got in store this time.
Got intruders. Someone just snuck inside the bathhouse. Several men.
What the fuck's he on about? Ploughing fortune teller?
Assassins! Please, no! Ah!
Bloody hell. I fucking knew it.
Any weapons tucked away?
Just a few.
Y a ver qué me dan a mí. Una maza.
First ever bounty with my prick hanging out.
El escudo funciona igual, vale. ¿Dónde más? ¿Hay más por ahí? Sorpresa. Tendrían que vigilar la espalda, claro.
Good work, gents. Terribly sorry for that incident. My security failed. I'll get to the bottom of who, why, and how.
They were whoreson scum. That's the bottom of who and how right there.
Don't start that again. Especially not in front of our guest.
Who pranced in right before they attacked. Coincidence? Why do I doubt it?
Let's give him a chance to explain.
¿Qué coño voy a explicar?
Not gonna introduce me to your friends?
Good thing Happen's not here. He tanned the hide on my arse for being so rude. Francis Bedlam you know, but then who's not heard of this patron of the fine arts and supporter of entrepreneurs of limited initial means? And the dwarf's Carlo Veres, known also as Cleaver. Carlo's in entertainment, mostly.
I'm looking
Tengo
for
que hablar
Orson
con él.
Jr.
Interesting.
What do you want with him?
Junior's gonna help me find someone.
Horson's not helped a soul in all his miserable life.
I'll ask him nicely.
See, Cleaver? Perhaps if you'd not called Junior an uncle fucker and asked him nicely, he'd have showed up today. Gentlemen, you out of your fucking minds? A chat session? Horson's out to get us, and he'll succeed eventually. We've got to kill him first. So by all means, you sit here, soak, fart, and watch the bubbles rise, while I send my boys to Horson's hidey holes. They'll make some noise, flush the bugger out. And you, geriatric, or whatever your ploughing name is, want to find Horson? Find me first.
Espero encontrarlo antes, sí, porque si no, o encontraré a Sakabuche muerto o a Bastardo que dijo. Venga, vamos
Any clue on Junior's whereabouts?
Tajo.
Be grateful for any lead.
Siggy? It's worth a try. Geralt's got a knack for finding people, and he's discreet, a value in itself.
Leave you to it then.
I'll look in on you tomorrow, Francis. Finish our talk.
So how about we get dressed?
Sure. Then we'll talk. In private.
Más cómodos.
Right mess that was. Never thought I'd be glad to see the man responsible for my taking frequent baths.
If you're any cleaner for it, gotta say it was worth breaking your ankle.
It healed poorly. Can you believe it? I must soak it in hot water at least 6 times a day now. Failing that, it bloody pounds like the bells of Beauclair at dawn.
Sorry to hear that.
You're sorry? Well, consider it resolved then. Now, mind showing some added compassion could mean a miraculous recovery to me.
Listen, Reuben. No, Dijkstra. Just not in the mood for your code names, passwords, and other bullshit. I'm here on specific business. If you want to listen, listen. If not, I'd rather you spared me your wit and threw me out now.
What's the harm? Talk.
Think Cleaver will find Horson?
He might not. But he'll burn down half the city trying. What waste. Leave him to it, I say. Work alone.
Any ideas?
Junior's got areas of the city where he's strong. Penetrate them, look around. But be discreet. None of this speed and fury and swinging your steel cock about.
Pretty clear you and Bedlam don't want a war with Junior. Why?
Let me tell you what I told King Vizimir time and time again. War doesn't solve any problems. It breeds trouble. Trouble you then have to solve by other means. Make no mistake, someone's behind Horson's actions. I'll not end him until I know who.
Vale, hay alguien más que lo controla.
Your partner's aware of your past? They know you're Sigismund Dijkstra, former head of Redanian intelligence?
Cleaver, Bedlam and Junior. Well, I'd call them my partners if we'd built a mill to grind flour for the folk of nearby hamlets. But we just need to stay out of each other's ways, agree from time to time. That doesn't make us partners. Do they know who I am? Was. Bedlam, sure. The others most likely suspect. But we just don't talk about it. No need to.
Makes sense to ask around, I guess. Junior might be in hiding, but he's got to be collecting income. Couldn't afford to cut himself off.
Gambling. That's his big earner. Junior controls the largest casino in town. I'll never forget. Hierarch Hemmelfart raised all kinds of hallowed hell there once. Bug a bet and lost his ruby ring. Then there's the arena in the city's bowels. Betting scheme generates near as much as the casino. They're always looking for hired muscle there. Suppose you could always search Horson's house. Though I doubt you'll find him there. Maybe some clue, though.
Where's Junior's casino?
Near the Temple Watch Towers. Horson's got nought to do with the casino officially, so careful what you say. Try not to arouse any suspicions.
Arena sounds promising. Where's that?
Sewers beneath Gildorf, but you'll have to enter through the bits, endure the stench of poverty on the way. Now, Junior loves a good fight. Wager he'd give a lot to see a real Witcher in action.
Y lo verás, lo más seguro.
Mentioned Horson's got a house. Where is it?
Solid townhouse on Temple Isle, just on the other side of the bridge. Wouldn't wager me knickers on finding him there. Junior's not that stupid.
See if I can't find Horson at the casino or the arena. Might talk to Cleaver as well, though.
Do what you will. Just be cautious. Horson's expecting payback, I've no doubt.
Thanks for your help, Dijkstra.
Just go, Witcher. And if you can't find the slimy bastard, come and see me. I know him well. Might figure something out.
You in contact with Radovid?
See, you're as witty as ever. No, I'm not in contact with him. I prefer it remain that way.
Never quite forgave you for conspiring with Philippa Eilhart?
Radovid doesn't forgive. Not anything. Not anyone. And especially not the sorceress of the Lodge.
Philippa Eilhart. Had any news?
Just good.
Meaning?
After Radovid popped her eyes out, she disappeared without a trace. If I've any luck, she's finally eating dirt.
Thought you two were close.
We were, until Philippa sent assassins after me.
Vale.
From Master Spy to Master Criminal. Interesting progression.
Why? Truth be told, they're awfully similar. Both about maintaining a net of informers, being tough in negotiations, bribing officials, the occasional assassination. Same old shit.
Yeah, except you used to do that in the name of some ideal. And now?
Now I've decided I've slaved enough for ideals. It's time I worked for myself. And thus far, it's been going rather well.
Tú lo has dicho de momento.
Listen, Dandelion's missing. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Same thing that happens to anyone who steps on Junior's toes.
Meaning?
He's surrounded by splendid virgins who ply him with sparkling wine and pastries stuffed with nightingales' tongues. Come, Geralt, what do you think's happened to him? I reckon he's at the bottom of the Pontar, trussed up with the strings of his own mandolin.
Loot.
Far as I'm concerned, he might as well be rotting down there with a goddamn trombone.
You wouldn't happen to have a bone to pick with Dandelion, would you?
Course I do.
You serious?
Dead serious. Dandelion published a sonnet recently. Second stanza, the shit uses paired couplets instead of an inserted rhyme. Surely you understand how deeply offended the poetry lover in me was. The bastard shan't get away with it.
I was being serious.
As am I when I say I have exactly no time to worry about your gigolo boyfriend. Got me own problems. Problems you might be able to help me with. And if you did, why then I might be inclined to ask after Dandelion, establish what happened to him.
Maybe I can help. What do you need?
I'd rather show than tell. Picture's worth 1,000 words and all that tripe. Ah, and you do realize, if you say anything about what you see here to anyone, it'll mean a razor between your ribs.
Figured as much.
Excellent. One last request. Oh, let's call it what it is. A command. Don't draw your sword unless I ask you to.
¿En qué podemos ayudarle? Para que ande preguntando por nosotros, por Dijkstra. Ya mira dónde ha puesto una llave.
Be so kind as to follow me.
Got a minute?
I do. What do you want?
Ay, no. Se ve que he pulsado sobre él.
Got things to do myself. So long.
Hey. Venga, vamos a ver dónde nos lleva.
Oh, Bart! Bart, stop that! Now!
Bart, Bart makes Ziggy lose, Jonathan.
Beating your head against the wall won't change that.
Bart hurt. Bart less thinky. Bart less thinky. Bart sadness.
Mejor no preguntar de dónde ha sacado el troll porque...
Why'd you bring me down here?
Take note of that hole. We'll come back to it later. And see that door? Vault behind it, until recently filled with Novigrad crowns and countless other valuables.
But God, then boom! Chorfun go!
Translating into common, someone fucking made off with nearly 20 tons of my gold and all the lighter stuff. And you will help me get it back.
Fine. I'll help you.
You're not exactly bursting with enthusiasm.
Witcher mutations. They strip us of emotion. I'd be jumping for joy otherwise. All right. Ought to look around. But first, some questions.
I'm all ears.
Take it the thieves got in through the hole behind you.
You're a regular fucking master sleuth. Any other brilliant deductions you want confirmed? The year, maybe? Bloody name of Redania's king?
No, but I am wondering, for instance, how that hole got there.
Hole no. Boom. Hole. Bad look won't go. Bad look no. Only sleep. Bad shoes. Head falls.
Bad mushrooms? What's that about?
Pop's mold. The spores are highly toxic. One whiff and you're dead. Unless you're a troll, that is.
Yes. Bad. Bad troll.
Not talking to you, dimwit. Where was I? Ah, mold spores. They cover the walls of the sewers other side of the vault. Actually thought it was a good thing, you know? A bit of extra protection. Thieves found a way through it.
Bart, you see them?
Bad through hole. Want see boom. Got what? Breathe. Shroom. Sleep go. Your phone gone. Bad troll.
Now. Stiff upper lip.
Boom. Can you elaborate?
Boom. Big.
this like?
I'll elaborate. Explosion, big enough to blow that fucking hole in the wall, separating the vault from the sewers.
Gotten pretty good at communicating with this troll.
Lots of prior experience. Worked with idiots my whole life.
Try to track down the thief yourself?
Of course. I had this lummox Fonce, thick enough not to ask questions. We knocked back some Pop's antidote and entered the sewers. Soon after, I returned alone.
What happened?
Lad started belching something horrendous. I mean, burps with so much mass the walls shook. Told him, Fonz, stop. You're in the presence of a count. Well, former count, but still. And then he puked up. Up came most of the antidote. Lost his protection. Tried to pull him out. Then I heard a bubbling. Something crawled out of the water. I value the lives of my men, I do. But I value my own even more. Dropped Fonz and ran like hell.
Oh, que lo dejaste tirado ahí.
Should look around the sewers. Got any more of that Pop's antidote?
I've a few vials left. Got the formula too. Disgusting swill, to be honest. But it'll save your life. Here.
Thanks.
You've naught to thank me for, literally. You're no good to me if you suffocate. Listen, I'll be upstairs if you need me. Sight of this empty vault's giving me an ulcer. Good luck to you.
Bueno, pues...
Dandelion, what the hell have you got yourself into? Something inside blew it wide open. Wall 2.
Habrá que encontrar el tesoro de este. No hay nada interesante desde hace rato.
Pipe's great. Explosion crumpled it like a piece of paper. And there's mortar on the bars. So it was in place at the time of the explosion. Blast tore it from the wall. No traces of magic. This was no spell. It was a bomb. Now why am I not finding pieces of it? Could be the current swept them away. Bits of pipe clear over here. Must have been one powerful blast. Shouldn't go any further without taking that antidote.
Esto no arde, ¿eh? Vale, habrá que seguir la corriente, ¿verdad? Entonces vamos a ponernos el antídoto. Creo que ya tenemos puesto. Sí.
I thought Witcher's potions were vile. Fine grading. Couldn't push much through that. Of course.
Bueno, ¿dónde está el siguiente? Bueno, estos no nos están costando tanto. Lo que pasa que sí, que siendo un sitio estrecho y demás.
Dijkstra hired.
Joder, macho, duró poco, Está justo... Vamos a ver si... Vale. Si no te caes, mejor, Gerald. Es que no hay nada de interés, ¿eh? Nada. Espera, que me he atascado. Cerrado. Es que parece que... No me jodas. Gerald, eres mongolín.
Dandelion, what the hell have you gotten yourself into?
Vale, hay que volver a hacerlo todo.
Something inside the door wide open. Wall 2. Bathhouse drain pipes seem to converge here. Pipes great. Explosion crumpled it like a piece of paper. And there's mortar on the bars. So it was in place at the time of the explosion. Blast torch and pipe clear over traces of magic. Must have been one now for blast. It was a bomb. Now why am I not finding pieces of it?
Esto es importante cogerlo porque es... Venga, vamos. Venga, correcto. Vamos a ver si volvemos a la zona.
The thug Dijkstra hired.
El matón este que no le duró ni un suspiro. Bueno, a ver, quiero salir de la lucha, que aquí estamos.
Dijkstra didn't mention anyone else. Must be one of Dandelion's crew. Vomit everywhere. Guess he had the antidote too. Need to burn that down and came through here. Otherwise, Draners will never stop congregating. Getting close.
Venga, vamos allá. Fuera. Ah, vale, por aquí
Bottom of
era.
a container. Silver cylinder, most likely. Runes etched in the bottom. It's warped, probably by the explosion. Bomb part. Must be. Smells like wyvern oil and caramel. That'd be it down here. Time to see Dijkstra.
Algo de wyverno y caramelo. Con eso se hace un explosivo brutal, por lo visto. No tenía ni idea. ¿Y esto dónde me lleva?
Gold coin. Trail ends here. Dandelion must have loaded the treasure onto a boat.
Si se fue en barca y yo no puedo ir. una coraza nueva. Vamos a ver si es mejor que la nuestra. No. Para volver a subir. Casco. Vale, todavía tenemos el antídoto del moho ponzoñoso. No era por aquí, era por aquí. Y aquí ya todavía no puedo abrir. Será más adelante, supongo. Vamos. Es que no se ve un pimiento, Lino y... una full. Vale, parece que podemos hablar con este.
Minute. But no minute got. But rocks got. Rocks want.
I mean,
un poquito retrasado.
You mean? But nice.
One more time. Can we talk?
Siggy you like. Talk me with.
¿Por qué te cae bien, Siggy?
Why do you like
Es
Siggy
que
so
esto puede
much?
ser una conversación bastante...
Siggy can't take part.
He locked you up, alone, underground. Don't get bored down here? Not much to do.
When but not much do. But think. Lots.
Pues nadie lo diría.
What about, if you don't mind my asking?
Rocks.
Rocks.
Rocks interesting.
Vale.
Anything suspicious happened before the robbery?
Suspicious. But no understand.
Gerald, déjalo en serio. Es
Something not
por
normal.
demás.
Something strange. Maybe you saw, felt, heard something?
Yeah. Yeah. But here. Like a piece.
All right.
Cambiamos de tema,
Let's
no,
change the
abandonemos la
subject.
conversación. Esto no tiene futuro.
But time got. Charfon go. But God, now nothing.
Hasta luego.
Thanks for your help.
En serio.
So long.
Long. Long. Long.
Es un troll. Gerald. No intentes sacar buenas condiciones. De repente se ha hecho de noche, en serio. Aquí hay algo más de luz. Y ahora por ahí. ¿Por dónde se sale? Bueno, vamos a continuar la misión con Dijkstra, como quiera que se llame, ya en el siguiente episodio. Hasta entonces, Recordad pasarlo bien.